Okay, so on page 22 of your packet, we're now going to go over how you might be able to solve a quadratic equation just by using the chart. Okay, what we did last time was we found that you can solve a quadratic equation by graphing it, and wherever you found the x-intercepts, that was the solution. And you found that sometimes if you had two solutions, that means it crossed your x-axis twice. If you had one solution, it crossed your x-axis once. And if you had no solutions, the graph never crossed the x-axis. So you know that your x-intercepts are called your roots or the zeros of the function. They all mean the same thing. And when you graph it, your x-intercepts are your solutions. Now, sometimes when you graph it, it won't go through integers. So you can't tell exactly from the graph what your exact solution is. And this is also true with the chart. So let's look at this example. 4x squared minus 8x minus 5 equals 0. So first, I'm still going to find the axis of symmetry, which is negative b over 2a, so 8 over 8. So my axis of symmetry is x equals 1. When I find f of 1, I plug it in. 4 times 1 squared minus 8 times 1 minus 5. So f of 1 equals 4 minus 8 minus 5, negative 9. So I still put my vertex in the middle of the chart. Okay, now I'm going to find numbers above and plug in and get numbers below. When I plug in 0, I get a y value of negative 5, so 2 is negative 5. When I plug in negative 1, 4 times negative 1 squared is 4, plus 8 is 12, and minus 5 would be 7. Okay, now I see that something significant just happened. I want you to look at the chart and see if you see anything significant. Okay, what is significant is there is a sign change in my y values. There's a sign change here. There's a sign change here. That means my graph, I had a vertex that started below the x-axis. My y value was negative, 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 and then it became positive. And that means it crossed the x-axis. Where did it cross the x-axis? It crossed in between 0 and negative 1 and in between 2 and 3. Which means my solution is somewhere in between 0, sorry, I should put it this way. Somewhere in between negative 1 and 0, and here somewhere in between 2 and 3. Okay, so you're not going to give me an exact answer, but you're going to tell me x is somewhere between negative 1 and 0, and x is somewhere between 2 and 3. Now, go ahead and try the next one. See if you can do it. You're going to have to, once you find the vertex, you're going to find like 5 different x values before you find a sign change. Try to do it and start the next video after this to see the solution.